If you're over 60 and you're watching this video, I have some information that could literally give you your life back. My name is Dr. Michael Harrison, and I've been working with seniors for over 22 years as a physical medicine specialist. What I'm about to share with you might surprise you, but it could be the most important 24 minutes you spend this week. Did you know that 4 out of 10 seniors over 60 will experience sciatica pain severe enough to limit their daily activities? And here's the really heartbreaking part. Most of these people will spend months or even years thinking they just have to live with the pain when simple 10-minute daily routines could restore their freedom to walk, sit, and move without agony. Let me start with a story that really opened my eyes to this problem. Last year, I had a patient named Mary, a vibrant 68-year-old grandmother who loved tending her garden and walking her dog every morning. Mary came to see me because she could no longer walk to her mailbox without excruciating pain shooting down her right leg. The pain started gradually. First, it was just a little stiffness when she got out of bed. Then, it became a sharp, burning sensation that traveled from her lower back all the way down to her toes. Within 6 months, Mary had stopped gardening, stopped walking her dog, and was spending most of her day in her recliner because sitting upright had become unbearable. Mary's family was watching this independent, active woman transform into someone who needed help with basic tasks. Her daughter was researching assisted living facilities. Her doctor had suggested surgery or long-term pain medication. Mary felt like her independence was slipping away, and she was terrified of becoming a burden on her family. When I sat down with Mary and really listened to her describe these episodes, I knew we could help her. The pain pattern, the triggers, the way it affected her daily life, these were all classic signs of sciatica that responds beautifully to the right kind of gentle, targeted movement. Here's what makes me passionate about helping seniors with sciatica. This isn't usually permanent nerve damage. It's not arthritis that you just have to accept. Most sciatica pain comes from treatable causes: tight muscles, poor posture habits, and weak core muscles that put pressure on your sciatic nerve. Do any of these sound familiar to you? Do you feel pain shooting from your lower back, down your leg, sometimes all the way to your foot? Does sitting for more than 20 minutes make the pain worse? Do you struggle to walk distances that used to be easy for you? Maybe you have trouble climbing stairs, or you find yourself avoiding activities you used to love because you're afraid the pain will flare up? If you're nodding yes to any of these, you're not alone, and more importantly, you're not stuck with this pain forever. But here's what worries me about untreated sciatica in seniors. When you start avoiding movement because of pain, your muscles get weaker. When your muscles get weaker, you become more unstable on your feet. When you're less stable, your risk of falls increases dramatically. The statistics are sobering. Seniors with chronic back and leg pain are 3 times more likely to experience falls that lead to serious injuries. They're also more likely to become dependent on pain medications that can cause confusion, dizziness, and increase fall risk even further. But the emotional toll might be even worse than the physical risk. I've seen too many vibrant, independent seniors become isolated and depressed because sciatica pain stole their mobility and confidence. They stop visiting friends, stop participating in activities they love, and start feeling like they're becoming a burden on their families. This doesn't have to be your story. Today, I'm going to share 5 simple moves that can help relieve sciatica pain in just 10 minutes a day. These aren't complicated exercises that require special equipment or a gym membership. These are gentle, safe movements you can do at home, designed specifically for seniors dealing with nerve pain. But first, let me explain what's actually happening when you have sciatica, because understanding the problem will help you understand why these simple moves can be so effective. Think of your sciatic nerve as the largest garden hose in your body. It's about as thick as your thumb and runs from your lower back, through your buttock, and down the back of your leg, all the way to your foot. When everything is working properly, this nerve carries signals between your brain and your leg muscles, allowing you to walk, balance, and move freely. But just like a garden hose can get kinked or pinched, your sciatic nerve can become compressed or irritated. When that happens, pain shoots down the nerve pathway like water spraying where it shouldn't. You might feel burning, tingling, numbness, or sharp electrical sensations anywhere along that route. For most seniors, sciatica happens because of a few common causes that we can actually address. Poor sitting posture compresses the nerve. Weak core muscles fail to support your spine properly, putting extra pressure on nerve roots. Tight hip muscles pull on your pelvis and create tension. Sometimes, arthritis or spinal changes narrow the spaces where nerves exit your spine. The good news is that most sciatica pain is not permanent nerve damage. It's usually pressure or irritation that can be relieved naturally with the right daily habits. You don't need surgery. You don't need to live on pain medication. You need gentle, consistent movement that takes pressure off your nerve and strengthens the muscles that support your spine. Now let me share the 5 most effective sciatica relief moves for seniors. I've arranged these in order of importance, starting with the most crucial one. Move number 5, seated nerve glides. This is the gentlest way to start reducing nerve irritation, and you can do it sitting in any sturdy chair. Here's why this works. When your sciatic nerve gets irritated, it can become sticky and tight, like a rope that's been twisted. Nerve glides help the nerve move smoothly through the tissues around it, reducing that stickiness and improving circulation to the nerve itself. Sit comfortably in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Start with your painful leg. Slowly straighten that leg out in front of you while simultaneously pointing your toes toward the ceiling and gently tucking your chin toward your chest. You should feel a mild stretch along the back of your leg. Hold this position for 5 seconds, then slowly lower your leg back down while lifting your head back to neutral. The key word here is gentle. You're not trying to create intense stretching. You want to feel a mild pull along the nerve pathway, but it should never increase your pain. If this movement makes your symptoms worse, reduce the range of motion or stop and try again later. Do this 10 times on your affected side, moving slowly and breathing normally. You might notice some tingling as you do this. That's often the nerve starting to move more freely. Think of it like releasing a knot in a rope, one gentle movement at a time. Move number 4, standing hamstring. Stretch with chair support. Tight hamstring muscles are one of the biggest contributors to sciatica pain in seniors, and this stretch addresses that problem safely. Your hamstring muscles run down the back of your thigh, and when they're tight, they pull on your pelvis and put extra pressure on your lower back and sciatic nerve. It's like having a tight rubber band attached to your pelvis that's constantly tugging and creating tension. Stand behind a sturdy chair, holding the back for support. Step your painful leg forward about 18 inches and place your heel on the ground with your toes pointed up toward the ceiling. Keep your standing leg slightly bent for stability. Now, keeping your back straight, gently lean forward from your hips until you feel a mild stretch along the back of your extended leg. You're not trying to touch your toes or create an intense stretch. You just want to feel a gentle pull along your hamstring muscle. Hold this position for 20 seconds, breathing normally. You should feel the tightness gradually easing, like a rubber band slowly relaxing. If you feel any increase in your sciatica pain, reduce the stretch or stop completely. Repeat this stretch 3 times on your affected side. Many of my patients tell me this stretch provides immediate relief, especially after they've been sitting for a while. The key is consistency. Doing this stretch daily will gradually lengthen tight hamstring muscles and reduce pressure on your sciatic nerve. Move number 3, pelvic tilt on bed or floor. This gentle movement helps strengthen your core muscles while reducing pressure on your lower back. A weak core is like having a house with a weak foundation. When your abdominal and back muscles can't properly support your spine, other structures have to work overtime, often pinching or irritating your sciatic nerve. Pelvic tilt strengthens these support muscles without putting stress on your back. Lie on your back on your bed or on a mat on the floor, whichever is more comfortable. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the surface, about hip width apart. Let your arms rest comfortably at your sides. Now, gently tighten your abdominal muscles as if you're pulling your belly button toward your spine. At the same time, tilt your pelvis so that your lower back flattens against the bed or floor. You should feel your tailbone lifting slightly off the surface. Hold this position for 5 seconds while breathing normally, then relax and let your back return to its natural curve. The movement should be gentle and controlled. You're not trying to force your back flat or create intense muscle contraction. Repeat this movement 10 times, focusing on slow, controlled motion. You might not feel much at first, but these small movements are building strength in the deep core muscles that support your spine. Many patients notice that their sciatica pain decreases significantly after just a few days of doing pelvic tilts consistently. Move number 2, knee to chest stretch, one leg at a time. This stretch helps release tension in your lower back and hip muscles while gently mobilizing your spine. When you have sciatica, the muscles around your lower back and hips often tighten up as a protective response. It's like your body is trying to splint the area to prevent further injury. But this tightness actually makes the problem worse by increasing pressure on your sciatic nerve. Lie on your back in the same position as the pelvic tilt. Start with your unaffected leg. Slowly bring one knee toward your chest, using your hands to gently pull your thigh closer to your body. You should feel a gentle stretch in your lower back and hip. Hold this position for 20 seconds, breathing normally and allowing the muscles to gradually relax. Then slowly lower that leg and repeat with your affected leg. Be extra gentle with the painful side. You want to feel a mild stretch but never increased pain. If bringing your knee all the way to your chest increases your sciatica pain, only bring it as far as feels comfortable. Progress comes with consistency, not with forcing movements that cause pain. Some days you might be able to stretch further than others, and that's perfectly normal. Repeat this stretch 2 times on each leg. Many patients tell me this stretch provides immediate relief and helps them sleep better when they do it before bed. The gentle traction on your spine can help reduce pressure on pinched nerves and relax tense muscles. And now, the number 1 most effective sciatica relief move for seniors. Move number 1, cat-cow chair stretch. This gentle spinal mobility exercise addresses the root cause of most sciatica pain: poor spinal alignment and stiff joints. Your spine has natural curves that help distribute weight and absorb shock when you move. When you spend a lot of time sitting or develop poor posture habits, these curves can become exaggerated or flattened, putting pressure on nerve roots and creating the perfect conditions for sciatica pain. The cat-cow stretch gently moves your spine through its full range of motion, helping restore proper alignment and reducing pressure on your sciatic nerve. It's like giving your spine a gentle massage from the inside. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and your hands resting on your knees. Start with the cow position by gently arching your back, lifting your chest, and looking slightly upward. You should feel a gentle stretch across your chest and a mild contraction in your lower back muscles. Hold this position for 3 seconds, then slowly transition to the cat position by rounding your back, dropping your chin toward your chest, and gently pulling your belly button toward your spine. You should feel a stretch along your entire back. Move slowly between these two positions, spending 3 seconds in each position and focusing on moving one vertebra at a time. It should feel like a wave moving through your spine, not a sudden or jerky movement. Repeat this sequence 8 times, breathing normally throughout the movement. You might hear some gentle popping or crackling sounds. This is usually just gas bubbles in your joints and is completely normal. The key is to move within a comfortable range and never force the movement. Many of my patients notice immediate relief after doing this stretch, especially if they've been sitting for a long time. The gentle movement helps reduce muscle tension, improve circulation to your spine, and can provide quick relief from nerve pressure. Let me share a success story that shows you just how powerful these simple movements can be when done consistently. John was a 72-year-old retired mechanic who came to see me because his sciatica pain had become so severe that he thought he needed back surgery. The pain shot down his left leg every time he tried to walk more than a block, and he'd stop doing the activities he loved, working in his garage, playing with his grandkids, even walking through the grocery store. John's surgeon had recommended a complex spinal fusion surgery with months of recovery time. At 72, John was terrified of the surgery and the long rehabilitation process, but he felt like he had no other options. His quality of life had deteriorated so much that he was willing to risk anything for relief. Before scheduling surgery, John decided to try a conservative approach. We started him on these exact 5 stretches, done twice daily for just 10 minutes each session. I'll be honest, John was skeptical. He'd tried physical therapy before with limited success, and he couldn't believe that such gentle movements could help when stronger treatments had failed. But John was consistent. Every morning after breakfast and every evening before bed, he did his 10-minute routine. After the first week, he noticed he could sit through dinner without pain. After 2 weeks, he walked to the end of his driveway without shooting pains. After 3 weeks, something remarkable happened. John called me on a Thursday morning, and I could hear the excitement in his voice. He'd just walked pain-free to the park with his 5-year-old grandson, something he hadn't been able to do in over a year. Not only was the pain gone, but he felt stronger and more confident on his feet. 6 months later, John canceled his surgery consultation. He was back to working in his garage, playing with his grandkids, and had even started taking daily walks with his wife. All from 10 minutes a day of gentle stretching. John's story isn't unique. I've seen these results over and over again with seniors who commit to a simple daily routine. The key is consistency, not intensity. Your body responds to regular, gentle movement much better than occasional intense exercise. Now let me give you a step-by-step daily plan that you can start tomorrow. This is the exact routine I give to all my sciatica patients, and it takes just 10 minutes a day. Morning routine. 5 minutes right after you get out of bed. Start with seated nerve glides while you're still sitting on the edge of your bed. Do 10 gentle glides to wake up your nervous system and reduce any stiffness from sleeping. Then, do 10 pelvic tilts, either on your bed or standing next to it for support. This morning routine prepares your spine and nerves for the day ahead. Many patients tell me that starting their day with these gentle movements prevents pain flare-ups and helps them feel more confident about their daily activities. Afternoon routine, 2 to 3 minutes during your day, especially if you've been sitting for a while. Do the standing hamstring stretch with chair support, holding for 20 seconds and repeating 3 times. This counteracts the tightness that builds up from sitting and helps prevent afternoon pain flare-ups. Evening routine, 3 minutes before bed. End your day with the knee-to-chest stretch and cat-cow chair stretch. This routine helps release the tension that accumulates during the day and can significantly improve your sleep quality. Many patients find that evening stretches help them wake up with less stiffness. Remember, consistency is more important than intensity. It's better to do these stretches gently every day than to do them aggressively a few times a week. Your nervous system responds to regular, predictable input, and your muscles adapt gradually to consistent stretching. Start slowly and listen to your body. If any movement increases your pain, reduce the range of motion or skip that exercise and try again the next day. Some days will be better than others, and that's completely normal when you're dealing with nerve pain. Keep a simple log of your pain levels and activities. Rate your pain from 1 to 10 each morning and evening, and note which activities trigger your symptoms. This information helps you track your progress and identify patterns that can guide your daily routine. Be patient with yourself. Most patients notice some improvement within the first week, but significant changes often take 3 to 4 weeks of consistent practice. Remember, you're retraining muscles and reducing inflammation that may have been building up for months or years. If you have severe pain that gets worse instead of better, or if you experience weakness in your leg or foot, see a healthcare provider immediately. While most sciatica responds well to gentle exercise, some cases require medical evaluation to rule out serious underlying conditions. Here's what I want you to remember most. Sciatica pain doesn't mean your independence is gone. It doesn't mean you have to accept a sedentary lifestyle or become dependent on others for basic activities. Most importantly, it doesn't mean you're getting old and falling apart. Your body has an amazing ability to heal and adapt even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. These simple movements work because they address the root causes of sciatica pain: poor posture, weak muscles, and nerve irritation. When you give your body the right input consistently, it responds by reducing pain and restoring function. 10 minutes a day. That's all it takes to start reclaiming your mobility and independence. Think about what that could mean for your life. Walking without pain, sitting through church or dinner without discomfort, playing with your grandchildren, returning to activities you've had to give up. You deserve to live without constant pain. You deserve to maintain your independence and continue doing the things you love. These 5 simple stretches could be the key to getting your life back. Start tomorrow morning with just the seated nerve glides. See how your body responds. Add the other movements gradually as you build confidence and strength. Be consistent, be gentle, and be patient with yourself. Your future self will thank you for taking action today instead of accepting pain as an inevitable part of aging. Subscribe to our channel for more senior health strategies because you deserve to stay strong, independent, and pain-free at every age. Remember, 10 minutes a day could give you your freedom back. The choice is yours, and the time is now.